Hello everyone, my name is Scott. I'm with North Range Behavioral Health and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Coffee with a Counselor. So if you're able, grab something hot to drink. Doesn't have to be coffee, but coffee's awful good. And join me, take a few minutes, relax, and this shouldn't go on too long. You may be wondering why I have a guitar on me today. I'm kind of wondering the same thing myself. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm working from home and you can see, got a couple of my horses there in the background. I can see the mountains over here to the west. And I almost feel like it kind of looks like I'm about ready to bust out into a John Denver Christmas album or something like that. And I assure you that's not going to happen. I'm not that talented. So today's episode is titled Making a Joyous Noise. So we're going to be talking about music and the creative process and how that is applicable to holiday stress. So if you bear with me for a while, I will make that connection, or I will try to make that connection and hopefully reduce your holiday stress. So for right now, talking about a joyous noise. So a joyous noise is whatever you want it to be. I enjoy playing music. I'm not the greatest guitarist. I play a lot more fiddle and violin and mandolin than I do guitar, but I love playing the guitar. So I decided to get it out just to kind of demonstrate that this isn't like my best. And what I mean by that is many times people ask me, they'll say, Scott, I want to learn how to play the fiddle, or I want to learn how to play the guitar. How do I go about that? And I will literally go get them a guitar and hand it to them and say, pluck one of those strings. And they'll go, okay. Go, okay, you're already playing. You made a noise. That is literally the essence of playing music, is when you can pluck strings, figure out where the songs are that you want. Sorry, a little gratuitous blues riff there. When you are enjoying the process of something, you are literally already reaping the benefits of that thing. If you are always worried about the end result or perfection, I know there's people that they do that, they're very successful at it. That's not me. I'm mindful, I enjoy the process, I love everything I do. If I play well at all, it's probably more the effect of having played for a lot of years and put a lot of time into practice and playing poorly. So, as far as that applies to holiday stress, we're going to be taking music and looking at how to not play perfectly, but just enjoy it. And for the holidays, where I feel like there's a lot of huge expectations on people to create the perfect scenario. So you're going to have the perfect Christmas lighting, the perfect Christmas tree. You're going to create the perfect meal, the perfect holiday gathering of family. Nobody's going to argue. Nobody's going to get into it over religion or politics or what Aunt somebody said 20 years ago or who owes who money. Not going to happen. There's probably going to be the same number of issues around the holidays as there is in any other time of the year. And if you put all of your eggs into one basket of creating the perfect holiday for you and your family, you're liable to be disappointed. So take a look at that from another perspective. What if we just agree to enjoy the music that we play, or enjoy the hobby that you're into, whether it be crocheting, scuba diving, horses, singing, poetry, you name it, and just enjoy doing that and enjoy the creative process, you're likely to have immediate results. The same thing with the holidays, if you take a look at just enjoying the day. So today's a beautiful day. I know we need moisture, I get that, but right now I'm enjoying the warm sun. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to be sitting here talking to you, thankful to be sitting here picking on guitar. Thankful that I have a warm house. So I'm going to be dropping a few references to various songs. I'll do about 3 of them. Some of them are from movies. Some of them are just songs. If you know what they are, go ahead and drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you later. I'm actually not doing this video live, so I'll look at it and see if you were right. So the first one I'm going to try to do, this is out of a movie that you probably need to be at least 40 years old to even know what it is, but I'll give it a go. Hey, what? No Stairway. Stairway denied. Okay, if you know what that movie is, drop it in the comments. I believe that was back in, I want to say it was probably 1980s. I'm that old, so yeah, who knows. So anyway, if you know what that one is, drop it in the comments and I'll let you know later on if that was correct or not. Okay, as far as music goes, I'm going to use music for an example. It used to be that people sat around in the evenings and they played music. And it really doesn't matter what your heritage is, where your people come from. All of our ancestors did it. So we all danced around fires. We all played like various percussive or stringed instruments. And we all chanted. We all sang songs about life, about the hunt, about love. And I think it really brought people together. And I've even applied some of that in my counseling. We've had some pretty successful drumming groups with adolescent, it's kind of hilarious, but it's fun because it's very meditative. And the kids really get into it. I really get into it. So this is something that I feel like has been lost in modern society, is that people feel like, because of shows like America's Got Talent, that if you're not in that upper echelon of like 0.01 musicians, which I guarantee you I am not, then somehow you're not valid and you don't deserve to be playing or singing or writing lyrics. I guarantee you that's not true. So if there was a show called America Don't Got Talent, that would probably be me. I'll sign up for that one. But I have an issue because I love to play. And I do perform sometimes, and it can be a little nerve-wracking. But if I'm focused on playing to perfection instead of playing with passion, then I tend to fail in front of playing for other people. If I play from the heart and I play things that I enjoy playing and I remember to like indulge in that creative process, many times that goes off okay. Sometimes people tell me, it's like, whoa, that was awesome, man. You know, I really enjoyed that. It's like, well, I'm just as surprised as you are. So did not think I would pull that off. I have other people that don't say anything and I just have to guess what they were thinking. And I have people that critique my playing and say, I think your instrument's out of tune. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe it was. I don't know, weather goes up and down. So my point being, at a holiday meal, you're gonna have people that praise you, you're gonna have people that don't say anything, and you're gonna have people that critique you. If you weren't bound by any of those things, would you be happier? So focus on this for a minute. If you just create a meal because you have love on your heart for the people in your family and the people you invited over, and that's really where the intrinsic good came from, does it really matter if somebody loved it? That's awesome if they did. Does it really matter if somebody didn't say anything? Maybe you have other things on your mind. If somebody has the gumption to critique the meal that you created, is that really about you or is that about them? Most people that are going to come off and say something negative about something you did, it really doesn't have anything with the did. It has more to do with them and what they're going through. So first point, if you're going to play from the heart. If you want to enjoy the holidays, think about the process, not the end result, and don't be so bound about what other people are saying and doing. Okay, so as far as other things that you could do in the way of creative process, let's think in terms of other hobbies. So Joyous Noise obviously does not have to be playing the guitar. I work with a lot of people that write rap lyrics. I love all music. So there is no genre of music that I don't like. I listen to everything from tribal chanting to Celtic drumming to rap to, like I said, there's nothing I will not listen to. And so whatever it is you have on your heart that you want to do that. If it's not music, consider writing down some thoughts, some poetry. I have a collection of poetry that people have written over the years. It's unsigned, that way it's confidential. A lot of it's written by kids, and some of it is so deep, even as I break it out today and read it, and a lot of it's written as rap music, it still can kind of choke me up a little bit because of the depth. And I don't think they realized like how much they were putting down on that piece of paper when they wrote that. But 10 years later, I can still read between the lines and see it. And that is the essence of truly great art. If you want to be a painter, go paint and don't worry about what people think of your artwork. If you want to go sketch, go do that. If you want to take scuba diving lessons, go take scuba diving lessons. To me, that's creative outlet. If you want to go see the bottom of the ocean, that's all about you. Unless somebody throws me in the ocean, I sink like a rock. I don't know that I want to go see the bottom of it. That's not true. I have been on the coral reefs. They're beautiful. Yeah, but if it's more than 10 feet deep, I start getting a little freaked out. I saw Jaws when I was younger. I know how that ends. All right. I have several points here that I want to make. I have a sheet of paper that I am kind of like following along with today. So another thing that you can focus on is accept the results of what you did. So if you play a song and you forgot the chorus halfway through and you're on stage, let's say you are on stage for some reason, I've actually done this, and you have to stop and apologize to the audience, say, honestly, I forgot what can somebody fill me in on the next lyric because I thought I knew it by memory. It's funny. People engage in that kind of process. If you're cooking the perfect Thanksgiving turkey and you burn it and you are upset, accept the results, and maybe it's time to create a new tradition. Go out in the backyard, hope if you live in the country, maybe this would work, and build a catapult and slingshot the burnt turkey out into the pasture, and that will become your new Thanksgiving tradition. And I know that sounds bizarre, but really, when you think about it, most traditions aren't based in anything more than just what people came up with at some point. There's like, yeah, we kind of like this, we're going to do this. And sometimes after a generation or 2 generations, you need to go back and take a look at maybe killing that sacred cow and start your own traditions, have your own fun. I wish I had a turkey right now. I'd catapult that thing out into the pasture. Hopefully not hit one of the horses. So, acceptance, radical acceptance of whatever the results are can go a long ways to reducing the amount of stress that you feel over the holidays. I was laughing at my wife today because we have an artificial Christmas tree. I know, bad, but I like artificial trees. For some reason, one of the strings of lights on that tree is not working very well, and she's obsessing over it, and it's hilarious to watch. And she knows she's doing it. I think she finally has it fixed again now, but later on, if I want to be mean, I'm going to go in and like unplug one of those lights and kill it off and see if, yeah, that's probably going to end badly for me. So, as we're talking about music and holidays, so the things that I would want you to take away from this: pursue your interests and passions almost no matter what. So if you have something that you want to do, think about, what am I afraid of? If it's other people's judgment and other people's critique, then show some courage and step up and do it anyways, and ignore your critics. There is people that will critique you that you probably want their critique. I play with other musicians that, we trust each other enough to give each other feedback on what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. That's a little bit different. You can accept a critique from a friend that has your best interest. But as far as just naysayers, nah, you don't need to be listening to hecklers. So pursue your interests and passions, and that includes over the holidays too. So use your creative process to create good for yourself, good for your family, and give yourself some peace of mind and tranquility. Don't focus on end results, focus on the process. So if you want to learn to play the violin and you're going to start out and you want to play a classical piece perfectly after you've been playing for 1 month, unless you're a prodigy, that's probably not going to happen. I've been playing the violin for most of my life, and I don't think I could sit down and pull that off right now. But in all fairness, I am more of a fiddler. So focus on the process of, if you want to play a musical instrument, and once again, this is a metaphor, an analogy, however you want to look at it, sit down and pick one up and play that. Play a note. what is it you like about that sound? I just think the sound of a stringed instrument is pleasing. So I just like that high E string. It sounds kind of cool. I'll do another gratuitous blues riff. Sorry, I got carried away. So for the holidays, don't focus on the end result of your gathering. You're not going to have perfection. And so if you accept that in the beginning and just agree with yourself to be kind and forgiving to yourself first, and be kind and forgiving to those around you, people are not going to say or do the right thing really ever. And it's okay to have a good boundary and just block that out. And if somebody critiques your pumpkin pie, okay, I'm sensitive about my pumpkin pies. We better use another example. If somebody's going to critique any of your cooking, then really that's their palate. That's their issue, not yours. So the last is accept life as it comes at you. Yes, we do want to like work hard and create good for ourselves, but there's a point where if we're not willing to roll with change and the things that life throws at us, we're probably going to be unhappy a lot of the time. So if you're going to play music, accept where you're at and your expertise. If you're going to crochet stuff, try to crochet pretty cool stuff, but don't beat yourself up over one thread that's off. If you're going to write down lyrics, realize that your lyrics may look stupid to you, but they may speak to somebody else. So in the holiday, if you create a meal and it somehow gets ruined, like a Clark Griswold Christmas off of, what is that? Yeah, everybody knows who Clark Griswold is, hopefully. But if I remember right, like the guy smoking in the living room threw his cigar into the tree and it like burned the tree down or something, and he flipped out after that. Still, if you take a look at it, and I'm not joking now, all of his family is there. It's about relationships. And in the end, that movie does kind of come around together. So that's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. There we go. Cousin Eddie. Somebody compared me to Cousin Eddie one time. I didn't appreciate that very much. All right, so I'm going to do another music reference. So this is actually a quote out of a song. If you can guess this one, then you win that. You don't win anything. You just win my respect and adoration. So crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate. All right. If you know that one, share it in the comments and I'll get back to you later on. And I've got one more after that I want to do. Everybody should get this one. So I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm singing. Hello, I'm singing. There's no singing in the North Pole. Yes, there is. No, there's not. Yes, there is. All right, if you know that one, share it in the comments. That is one of my favorite holiday movies. So I do have the crisis line information that I need to read. So if you or someone you know is experiencing a behavioral health emergency, call our crisis line at 970-347-2120. Walk into our crisis center at 928 12th Street, Greeley, or text TALK, T-A-L-K, uppercase, to 38255. You can also talk to Colorado Spirit COVID-19 Support Warm Line at 970-347-2359 if you just need to talk. All right, I'm going to wind up with a song that I wrote today, and look for my CD coming out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not cutting the CD, don't worry. All right. All right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be counselors. Don't let them ask questions and talk way too much. Let them be cowboys and accountants and stuff. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be therapists. They'll help you with all your problems and they'll be supportive, no matter when you don't make sense. Hey, obviously I just made that up off the top of the head, so yeah, please don't judge me. Have a great holiday and look forward to the next lesson in our series next week. Peace out.